Hello, Overwatch Oasis. This is Week 5, Season 6, T3, Nova versus Boomers. Commentating today is Zoom's Batty and...
Revity, howdy everybody.
Interravity. And we are going to be starting here on Sanctum, my least favorite Nepal map, just because it's so... it's so, like, environmental heavy.
Oh yeah,
and
no,
like
I dislike all the environmental heavy maps in the game.
Oh god, yeah. And then, like, it's both, like, extremely wide open, but at the same time it has these closed corridors.
Mm-hmm.
So it can be, like, really hard to maneuver on this map, and that's, like, why I dislike it the most.
Yeah, I had a talk with Sai, because I'm coaching Nova, so I get to kind of get a sneak peek of what, well, that's not right, of what Nova's gonna do before they do it. And it really does, like, without spoiling what they're going to run, it really does teeter between the edge of, like, super long-range Poke Comp and really CQC Brawl Comp for this point. Because you can just do so much with it. There's so many different playstyles that if you want to, you can try different things.
I think, like, Chaos runs really well here, is from what I've noticed as well.
They're doing the thing.
Like, Chaos and, like, long range works pretty well. Alright, Boomers are going to be getting onto the point at first, it seems. So they are going to be holding on this left side area, while Nova's going to be going below in order to get point first. Both sides are going to be running, like, a long range kind of comp
And
here.
Nova are going to TP up to, Helen, no! Helen falls, not able to use the TP properly. And now Cloud falls
as well. And
Nova, no support
here for Nova. And with Citizen
KT.
Chips cleaning this up, it looks like this is going to be a Boomer win here. Honestly, I think keeping on the sim was, like, not a good idea there from Nova. They should have been, like, you know, they should have been, like, Boomers and swapped off it, personally. So I feel like sim is a little bit more close range, while Boomers are running this super long range kind of comp.
Yeah. I think what they wanted to do there was close the ground with the teleporter, but unfortunately Helen fell off and they weren't actually able to, like, go in.
Yeah. Like,
nice flashbang on the K2 there. Breaks the shield, and Bear able to find the pick on the Trill, as well as K going down. This is looking like a pretty strong re-entry fight here. Just playing the slow game with their brawl. Reindeer's gonna fall, and now we've got Cloud and Sai on point with the recap happening. That's going to be a flipped point in favor of Nova.
Yeah, they didn't get themselves down there. They were like, hey, you know, we got this. One mistake. We lost Helen, you know. We lost Cloud. You know what? But we're going to go back in. We're going to, like, recapture. And they did that beautifully there. Great focus from them as well. They just jumped right on to the supports. And then I believe they also, like, the Bear got his pick, which is phenomenal. And then Nova was just kind of like, okay, we push in. It's a great coordination from them, as always. But I shouldn't be shocked, but they're always super coordinated.
Right.
Righty. A lot of ults coming online as well. 3 ults for both sides, it seems.
Ratty's gonna be the first one to start using them as he's gone on a really long flank here. Gonna take out the immortal. Oh my god, Pokey!
How did no one see him? He just jumped right in the middle and just tired.
Bulky said no more team fight. Oh my god! Ratty has ran away into the enemy spawn.
Oh boy. See, I love Lee, but, like, he just sometimes will take those crazy flanks. Gets them into some trouble sometimes.
So, Ratty pulled Nova all the way back and has given this positional advantage, sort of. Oh, a nice shatter, able to find both Moira and Torbjorn, allowing the Deadeye to find Moira without fading away, and that's just gonna let Nova right back on point, pushing them out, because they didn't have Ratty around to help support this play from afar, so there was nothing telling this Brawl just not to run them over.
And, like, it was a good idea there for them to push in when Ratty was distracting them, but, like, that recapture, Nova just was able to deal with them super quickly, and they had the ult to recapture.
Ratty's going around back
Great
again.
Ult
Might be able to find a squishy with these Helix rockets. Does hit Bear with them directly.
Oh, Bomb's gonna go in though.
Bomb is gonna find Bulky. And J-Rod hits L1 straight into the sound barrier team. Why?
Bomb gonna be popped here on point, gonna force people to get off, and yeah, Nova gonna capture Sanctum.
Really nice boop from Helen there to prevent Lucio of Boomers, who I didn't see the name of because UI was blocking it, but Trill. They booped Trill off point to prevent them from staggering.
Yeah. Oh.
And we're seeing the Sims again, which is not too uncommon with this objective because people like the
this
Sim TP out of door just to get that, like, skip over the building rather than walk around it. Saves a decent chunk of time.
Not that though too, but Sim turrets on this point is really strong, especially if you can get there first. Like just throwing them all up in this little high area right here, and then like as people walk in, they're forced to counter them.
Yep.
It's a good Sim map.
It looks like Nova will get their second, so the turrets are already set up in favor of Boomers here.
Ratty getting a lot of charge here on the Sim as well.
And Zai's already been demeched, and they don't have their immortality field to play around with either, so things... Nova has to make a lot happen here. Ratty has no clue where Bulky is. Bulky wasn't able to get the tracking to get Ratty down, but honestly, Ratty totally did not have a clue where Bulky was, even though he's right behind him. Zai's gonna fall, so they're down 2 here now. But Nova answer back with 2 picks of their own on the support line. No more sustain in favor of Boomers here.
But Ratty was able to grab the bear, and I do think like, oh no, Nova may just actually take this.
I don't know what happened. I'm gonna be real with you, Zoom.
Yeah, for me, like, that seemed like a really easy Boomers victory there.
Yeah.
Because they had, like, so many picks from the start, and then Ratty got the bear.
Thinking
have a
back
good,
on
like,
it, I feel like
coming in here.
Nova kited just a little bit there, and Boomers maybe over-aggressed into them, but that's the only thing I can really think of that may have cost them that.
That's possible. I do think, too, we're getting a good stall here right now, at least, so Boomers are getting that time on the points they're gonna need. Which is kind of important, especially on control, like, you want to get as much percentage as possible. Alright, looks like we're gonna have Boomers going on this right side here, in this little house area.
They're gonna push really fast. They've got Shatter. J-Rod needs to turn around. Here comes a bomb. They're gonna look for the Shatter bomb. The Shatter goes out, but the immortality field is massive. It keeps 3 members of their team alive, and the beat from Helen able to keep them topped up too. But I don't think it's gonna be enough just yet. They're able to take out Trill of their own. They won't do the town barrier, and the picks are coming through for Nova, but now the ults are coming out. So much, it's all trades. I think they finally managed to kill all of Nova though. There's a very small amount of Boomers though. It does appear that Boomers are getting their players back though. Nova will not have a fast fight.
The teleporter from Lee is going to help them get back. I honestly think that that fight was won just because Boomers were so aggressive there, and their aggression was honestly a strong point.
Absolutely.
Like, they just jumped onto Nova, and like, Nova did use ults, so they couldn't really utilize them because Boomers were just in their face.
I think they used 5 of them, too, and they still didn't win. Huge flashbang found, too. And now there's Shatter from J-Rod after the shield gets taken out. Ratty's down on the ground. They need to take care of the Symmetra if they plan on winning this team fight. She's fully charged up now. Ratty's going to be doing so much damage on the Symmetra. Another flashbang coming out, able to stun Ratty from doing too much more damage. J-Rod's going to fall now. The window's out, and K2's back. K2 swinging into the Sim Beam, though. But all the damage is being done just the way they need it to. They're going to lose K2, but it doesn't matter. Noah does not have the bodies to continue fighting this anymore, but it doesn't matter even then because they need to. J-Rod barely going to touch him just in nick of time. Sidomi on his way back. He doesn't have his boosters just yet. It appears Bear was able to use blinks to get on point a little bit faster. Sidomi now touching, just trying to stall out for time. He was 94% of the way to his bomb. If Nova can keep stalling this out, just maybe, but it looks like the overtime respawns are gonna kill them. Nova will not take this round. Boomers keeping their map One Hopes alive, and we'll go to round 3.
Honestly, the Boomer supports were a huge reason that last fight did so well. Because when J-Rod came in and shattered, Jokely, I don't think, got caught in it, and he coalescence and kept everyone alive.
Yep.
And then right afterwards, Trill beated, like the moment coalescence like faded out. So then like that allowed, even without a Reinhardt on their side, it allowed Citizenship to just like be a little more aggressive, and allowed Ratty as well as Ranger to push in as well. So the Nova, even though they like tried to get aggressive, J-Rod kind of ran it on his own as well.
Yep.
And with the supports keeping up everyone so well on the side of Boomers, it was kind of hard for him to do any damage.
It looks like we're going to see another Sim TP here for extra speed. Bulky does provide that same teleporter for Nova. The only differences we see here are a May and a Reaper, it looks like, in these compositions. The wall coming out does manage to split K2 off, but that gives Boomers the positional advantage. J-Rod walks into 3 Sim turrets, able to get out with their life thanks to Cloud's Immortal, but now he's gonna go and he finds Trill. They need to be careful. Ratty's in their backline. The Sim's gonna do a lot of damage. Finds their Baptiste. The majority of their sustain is now gone. Sidomia trying to take care of the Symmetra, but it's just too little, too late. They've let her go on for way too long. They're not gonna be able to deal the damage to take care of her. Ratty making a massive play with this flanking Symmetra.
Honestly, the cleanup was just better from Boomers there. There just wasn't enough focus from Nova to get rid of Ratty and to get rid of K2 right away, while Boomers seemed to have that focus.
100%,
At least
yes.
That's what I noticed.
It has been a recurring theme I'm seeing so far, because like J-Rod Shatter on Shrine should have won that fight, but he was the only one who actually shot, or I guess swung, at the things in his Shatter. So there were like 2 squishies.
Oh yeah, exactly.
There.
And like, you can be the most talented player in the world, but if your team is not following up and you're not cleaning up correctly, then the other team is gonna win out in the end of the day. And that's what Boomers did.
A nice wall, but J-Rod's gonna shatter into the wall.
Yeah, May gonna screw him up there. And a huge coalescence coming out from Jokingly as well to keep up K2 as he goes in there.
I'm gonna call J-Rod out on that one. The May wall was up for a good amount of time before he shattered.
Ticks, J-Rod.
This man's gonna be in math chat saying he's from the house of better MTs than Gravity. He's gonna have to stop shattering May walls that have been up for 2.5 seconds already.
Public shame. Get the bell. Shame. Shame.
Reindeer's just sitting there. He has Death Blossom if Nova doesn't take care of him. But they also have to almost immediately take care of the Symmetra. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
Did Bear's Blizzard freeze Reinhardt?
I believe so.
I was off point, so I was not able to... Bulky?
I think also what happened is like Bear's wall came up and then Bomb got thrown in. So Bear's like wall covered Bomb for a little bit, and then it came down. I think it caught him by surprise.
Bulky killed himself to swap to Echo. We're gonna have to see if this pays off, because now they're gonna have to take this fight 5v6. Reindeer seeping into the back foot line, able to get the Blossom off immediately. K2's gonna throw Shatter in just as the exclamation mark on this point. I don't think Bulky should have reset himself right there. He should have used his turrets and stayed with the team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's just not a hero swap you can make without dying naturally.
Yeah,
not on
no,
control.
I would have stayed on. I would have stayed on.
And
but
they
if you know they're going to be back soon,
right back to Symmetra!
Nova looks like they're sweating a little here. They look a little lost, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah! Here's the sound barrier to use to engage. The Shatter from J-Rod finding 3! If Nova are gonna win this point, it has to be here and now! The Bomb doesn't find anything but Cloud's Immortality Field. Boomers are answering back really, really well, though. They have a lot of DPS to work with here, and now the Coalescence coming out to keep Boomers topped up and healthy. Now the Shatter from K2 to finish off this team fight. And with that, all that's left on point is Bear on Pharah. They take out Bear's Pharah, and it looks like that'll be map 1 going to Boomers.
That was an amazing map there from Boomers, I'm not gonna lie. Their supports were extremely well coordinated and doing a great job keeping up the tank. And Ratty, of course, as well as Reindeer, were really putting in their weight and on the DPS line. The fact that Ratty flexes so much to tank and DPS. This tire was so big. Oh my goodness.
That was a silly play. Cards equal on both sides. And you love to see the supports taking up 2 of the 4 slots.
Gotta love it. Honestly, like that last fight, like the beat from Trill was just gigantic. Like both beats too on both sides were huge. Part of me though feels like Nova's like little switch to the Echo and then swapping to the Pharah kind of just like screwed them up there a bit.
It did.
In my opinion, they should have either waited to die naturally to switch, or they should have just like, cause in my opinion, it just feels like they weren't respecting their opponent enough there. Like, oh, okay, like we got this, so I'm just gonna like swap and jump off and swap that way. And in my opinion, it's like Boomers, they're proving right now that they're a team that needs to be respected, or they're gonna run all over you.
Right.
So I am curious what Nova is going to respond to this. Like, they're gonna like give themselves a little slap on the cheek and be like, okay, like we lost that, it's fine. We still got 3 more to take this back. We got King's Row. We have a strat on King's Row, and I've been against their strat on King's Row, and it's hell, to say the least. Like, what's our next move, essentially? So, like, also, I know Boomers have a pretty scary King's Row strat as well. So, I am curious if Nova's going to be able to predict it or not.
Well, if they are, they haven't told me about it, that's for sure.
And I appreciate, Kitty, that you're updating Nightbot for us. I would have absolutely forgotten.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't even think I have the perms to do it. Like, I can't. I have tried several times to update him and it won't let me.
Are you a mod in the chat? You should be.
I should be, but they keep forgetting to make me one.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it's been brought up several times, like, oh, we should probably make Zooms a mod in the chat, and it just hasn't happened.
Right.
I'm gonna just do a quick check of the viewers, make sure we don't have anyone doing a little bit of an accidental stream snipe. We've been having that a lot lately.
Yeah, that is true. We just had it happen last night.
Oof, and like I don't feel like it was intentional, but like
No.
it happens, you know. Like it never is. Like every time like it happens, like it's normally by accident.
Yep. I don't know if I've ever been around for like somebody intentionally stream sniping, or at least getting caught doing it.
That's true. It's a very like Nova heavy chat we have tonight as well. Everyone's really like getting hyped, and that makes me happy. So to be honest, so it can go either way. Like both teams are playing amazing tonight so far.
Yeah, I mean Nova did have like still a pretty impressive point A. It's just Boomers answered back really loudly with their own impressive plays. They really started taking advantage of Nova's lackluster target focus right now. So I think until Nova figures that out in their own comm system, Boomers are probably just going to keep counterpunching every single time, because like Nova are doing a fine job at getting the first pick in most of these team fights, but then as soon as they decide they want to go aggressive and go in and push, Boomers just use their target focus to really whittle away at Nova.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It was just a lot of like, because like Boomers definitely specialize in like heavy damage kind of comps. Junkrat, Reaper, Echo, just Pharah, like super like spam all the damage in kind of stuff. So if you don't have a good answer to that, like you're gonna get whittled down pretty quickly.
Right. We do have swaps from both teams. J-Rod from the House of Better Main Tanks and Uravity is going out in favor of Ishii. Zordon and Daddy are coming in for the DPS line, so wholesale swaps there. And Bear and Cloud on the not DPS line, support line.
It always fascinates me how like everyone of Nova seems to flex around to every role.
Right?
They still perform very well. Like it's not like with like, I'm not gonna name a team, but a team in the past, like it was a team of like past Oasis days, but they were all like, they all like oh we all flex, but like you know, they all played like maybe like one hero on each role, but it's like with Nova, as the players that flex, they all play like their role super well still.
Exactly. It's really hard to find teams that have like players, like a decent amount of players. Obviously every team has their like one or two players that know how to play a good portion of the roster, but to have like an entire team of people that just kind of flex around and play every role is really rare.
It is extremely rare. Especially like people who can do it and play well, because like I always believe when it comes to Overwatch, where it's like if someone claims they can play every single hero, don't believe them.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like normally, you know, because normally there's like, you know, like in my opinion, like Nova doesn't do that. They're more of just like, yeah, I can play like tank support, but I play like these supports really well. I play these DPS really well. I play these tanks really well, and they utilize that, and that's what works for them.
Exactly.
And I know Ratty does that as well, because Ratty plays DPS super well, and he also plays an amazing tank as well. His tank is really scary, in my opinion.
I do believe...
And then you have Juju.
Ratty was playing tank in Tier 2 last season, right? Like,
yes,
as a last-second fill for the noobs?
Yeah, he was a last-second fill for the noobs. He played support for them originally.
And he did really good. Like, he took a good fight to throwing for content, if I recall.
He did. He absolutely did. His tank was a huge like help into them winning that finals, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it was.
And he's eligible to play tank in T3 again, so his tank has like really messed me up in scrims when we've gone against each other. Juju too also can play tank, but his support is super fantastic as well. He's a great guy as well, so I'm happy to watch him play again. Like, both of these teams are really strong. Like, Boomers just have like a really insane lineup with a lot of like really talented players. I have never seen Blue Tiger play, but that's gonna change today.
Yeah, same here.
But, you know.
Now I will say, like, between the two teams we're looking at now, it's probably the two teams with the most like old talent from the league, like in the server right now. So I feel like a lot of teams have a lot of new players on them right now, because
that is true.
A lot of Tier 3 is, like, older Tier 3 players are, like, over time they've slowly faded away to the point where I'm starting to realize I see less familiar names than I do new names this season.
I think, like, a lot of, like, of the older players kind of did, like, retire last season. After that long Oasis season. So, like, a lot of new people came in. Like, the door got opened for a bunch of new friendly faces, and we're happy to see them here.
Absolutely.
And, like, I've met, like, a lot of the newer people, and I've been loving talking to all of them.
Good. I have not had the chance to talk to a lot of the newer people, as I am one of the retired players. So, I'm glad to hear that
comes first.
Internally, these players have been good to each other, and everybody who's been existing in the server for the past few seasons already. And Boomer Sai gives us his ready, so we're gonna get into King's Row.
Hey, let's go!
Now enter.
I'm gonna say it right now. I am expecting a Sim Bastion from Boomers. That's what they're gonna run. They love to run that. I would not be shocked if I see it again.
Honestly, I don't know why I didn't say for Nova to do that. They might do it anyways, but Stardust did that last season, and it worked out pretty well for us.
I mean, if you can catch your opponent, like, off guard, it works really well. But if your opponent knows it's gonna happen, then it doesn't work super well.
Yeah, it's not a strat you can use consistently, because once teams start expecting it, you lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like any other Sim
I have war flashbacks.
Wait, who did?
I forgot, Katie. About the finals.
Yeah.
We were against you guys, and then you guys pulled it out, and we were like,
Yeah. I do believe that was like a call that was made in spawn. Our coach Crypto literally DM'd me and was like, "So, do you guys want to try that Bastion thing we talked about a few weeks ago?" And I was like, "I can ask the team." And he's like, just give it one life, see how it goes."
Yeah, it caught us off guard, and like I wouldn't be shocked if it catches Nova off guard here as well. It doesn't seem like they're gonna run it this time. That's sad. I was really hoping for it because they ran it in scrim a few times from what I've heard.
Well, now that it's definitely happening because the doors are open, I didn't know we were playing Torb tonight.
Ooh, a little bit of Torbjorn here with the Pharah. That's gonna be really hard for Boomers to break through.
It is.
So they do have a lot of spam here. Oh, but Juju gonna get picked off right away.
The struggle for them is going to be playing this Echo in the like flanky ratty style they've been doing because of the Torb turret alone. Like Torb turret is anti-flank and anti-air, and that currently counters their DPS line entirely.
Oh yeah, exactly. So like I just realized that it's Brandon on Torb. He's been really good so far. Normally I know him for Junkrat, so I don't think I've seen him play Torb before.
I feel like I've seen it a couple of times.
Probably. Yeah, I'm gonna say somebody in Twitch chat will probably be like, actually, he played Torb against so-and-so.
Yeah. So we do have the window being used early here from Cloud just to deter aggression, but it doesn't really matter if Daddy just eats a couple of headshots, I guess.
Ooh.
She's getting pushed into really aggressively here. Cloud gonna be forced to use its immortality field. Already gets melted down by Reindeer though. Both immorts are gone. Now Daddy needs to use turrets gone. The utilities for Nova are slowly going away. And now that they've lost Cloud, the majority of their healing is gone. Justice is raining, but it doesn't find any picks. Instead it finds micro missiles.
I don't know if you saw that eat from Insane, but that was like team saving right there.
Would you call it insane?
I wasn't gonna do it, but yes, I would.
Oh, this bomb?
Oh!
Nova touch! Bear, please! Oh my god!
Sidomia with the game-changing bomb.
Nova, you don't deserve this.
Man,
you've done goofed. And Sai saves you all with a bomb.
Honestly, they better be kissing Sai right
They
now,
really should.
If that bomb didn't get two, they would not have this point. So with how many ults? Well,
this molten core from Daddy is going to have to be big if they want it to get anything. And please do not throw it through window thinking that it amplifies it, because it does not.
Oh, does it not?
It does not.
It does not. Okay.
We ran that test with Tevlin on Corgi cores a long time ago. Is she turn around? Block the bomb!
Oh, huge shatter coming out here from Blue Tiger. Oh!
It is high noon. It finds Sky. I don't think that barrage is going to be enough to let them come in and save themselves a second time. So, Boomers are going to break this defense with 2 tanks at 1 HP.
Honestly, Reindeer is doing a good job keeping Sky in check here.
He's
not really letting him get away with a lot. Like both Insane and Reindeer are just really not letting Sky have free reign. Personally, I would swap off the Pharah at this point because of that, but it doesn't seem like he's going to.
I was gonna say I do not foresee that happening. I think it's gonna take like a genuine double hit scan, like just barrage him to get him to swap off this Pharah.
Nova are doing a great job being aggressive here, though. Pushing in, trying to stop the payload.
The fire strike through this amp matrix could be massive right now with how the squishies are lined up, but Sai has decided to chuck a bomb in, finds Juju, the Baptiste being the majority of their healing now gone. If she gets flashbang, forced to back up because the damage is coming through after. Might actually even best shatter here. I fully expect to see it. No? The restraint. I'm proud of the boy. Trill able to get back to spawn though, not going to give Nova any extra ult charge.
Honestly, Nova has a lot of ults here now. They could easily just like use 1 or 2, like start with Tire, and then trickle down with their ults and just keep them here at the second point for as long as possible. There's only 2 minutes. They could easily stall it out.
Ratty could just flank them with Tac Visor and get a 4K.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and we're gonna lose Daddy Needs You. There's the Tac Visor. There's 2.
Boomer's just gonna instantly take this back because of Ratty being that huge attack.
Shatter gets mostly blocked. It does find Sidomia, who gets the Immortality Field to get out, but does still get demech. Not the kind of out he wanted to find. And Insane gonna try and...
what you normally want to see.
Sai? That remech could have been big, but that was a really good block from Tiger to make sure it didn't find the squishies behind him, and Reindeer rolling away from it to not get caught by it. Insane finding the boop kill on the Sky.
Very nice right now if you're Boomer, if you want to keep on trickling them as much as you can.
Yep.
Immort already used on their Nova's side as well. Right.
Trying to punish this like really aggressive positioning from Boomers, but they kited just in time.
Nova needs to use their ults a little faster here. They're holding them for way too long, and then Boomers are just aggressing onto them and popping ult after ult.
Here comes the Tire, it's gonna find Trill. Now the barrage coming out. I think... Oh. Okay.
Alright,
I think Nova stabilized
here. They used all of their ults to do so. I believe that was like 4? Maybe 3?
3.
Possibly? 3? Okay.
Well, technically 4. I guess Cloud did use window before the fight started.
That's true. Like, you could count it either way. It's 3.5, I guess.
Yeah. Basically coming up on the next window at this point.
Yeah, he's basically almost there. It's Cloud. He's gonna have a window every single fight.
You do see the spam from Sky coming in.
Like, we gotta love ults coming out here from Boomers as well. Lee building up another Tac Visor pretty quickly here. Ooh.
DPS trade here.
DPS trade.
Ratty's gonna pop the Tac Visor here, and now Sidomia gonna throw in a counter bomb. He's gonna find the supports! But Ratty's still trying to get value out of this Tac Visor. Gonna get taken down finally. Now they're moving cart. Now they're not.
Yeah, now Boomers are just kind of...
They might try to find stagger picks onto the tanks here, or at least force out Immortality Field, which they have. That is a 30-second cooldown that is now online. Or offline, I guess I should say. And Daddy's gonna find the Junkrat pick anyway!
Right now, like, Nova, they need, like, these early picks to kind of keep themselves going here. Oh, and the pick onto Juju. That's not good if you're Boomers right now.
They're finally rotating their ults the way they should have been doing since point B, like, defense started. We're gonna get pushed into. Sky is just biding his time, waiting to get a good barrage here. Gonna find 2 already with it! And the Immortality Field falls! But there are still 4 members alive here. If they're not careful, Insane's gonna get a remake here soon. There it is.
Ooh, no shield here for Ishii as well.
Just gonna stand there and let it recharge. That is dangerous given how low that shield already was. Daddy's gonna pop the tire! No mecha! And I don't think there's an Immortality Field in play, and there's not! The Shatter comes out to stop Moira from touching again. I do believe that is a team kill that will see Noah finally stopping this cart on point C. They didn't let the cart round the second corner, which is normally a given on this objective, which means that given like kind of how King's Road trends out, Boomers do need to stop Nova on streets.
Yeah, they're gonna need to really either they have to really either like whittle down time on first point, or they have to stop them at streets and stop them at first point.
Mm-hmm.
Like they cannot let this get to third because the payload is not close enough to spawns to where you can kind of just, you know, pull something out of nowhere, a little magic trick.
Yup.
You gotta be just kind of careful here.
It's actually possible that where the cart will be at, it actually the spawns favor the attackers?
Possibly, yeah, I think so.
So that'll be rough if the cart gets close.
Oh, Ishii on the monkey here.
Monkey. Don't tease me like that. Get back on that monkey right now.
Boomers are going to have a really similar defense as to what Nova had, it seems.
Yeah.
So they are going to be running the Moira Bath again, which I'm not sure how I feel about this support comp. It's not really, it's just kind of like heal body, you know. But I guess if it works, it works.
If it works, it works. But I feel like it could be better if you just swap out Moira for Mercy, since like you're not going to be using speed. You're a defending team. You could use the res.
Yeah, like in a pocket your soldier, giving them some more value against this Pharah.
And Sky back on the Pharah. Already just raining justice into the team. Is she going to get forced backward a little bit? Getting their armor chunked off of them. Sky able to find the pick onto their counter. Now Ratty has decided that he should not exist anymore.
Ooh, but
this actually is still a winnable fight for Nova. They've traded out.
Oh. That is no diva right now for Boomers, but still looks like Nova's gonna back out here. They do have the spawn advantage here, so they don't have to
be slow back
to get back.
Yeah, they're gonna try and take this fight before Diva gets back. There's the aggression. Sky gonna bust out the Farage? That's the new ability, boys. Farage! Reindeer is here. He is ready to take this 1v6 as Torb. The turret not going to find the kills. And I do believe that will be Nova taking point A.
Really quick recapture. Really quick capture there from Nova. 5 minutes here for streaks. If you're Boomers right now, I would be thinking about how you can stall out streaks as long as possible. They do have a lot of ults turn online here that can help them do that.
Yes.
Just using them early and being aggressive.
Blue Tiger's doing a really good job of pacing their aggression. They need to break that shield if they want to get any. Never mind, I'm wrong. Don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Sidonia again with a huge bomb. How many has he gotten? Like 10 at this point? Bomb kills?
Probably. It's gotta be on King's Row alone. It's probably 6. But if you include the Paul, I think he got like a 2K there too. He's got to be around 9 kills total this series.
He got like a 3K on Nepal.
Did he?
Okay. 9 or 10. So I think he's gotten 7 on King's Row here, which is absolutely insane for Diva bomb kills.
Is it ult bomb time?
Tiger gonna get thrown out here.
Well, Blue Tiger won't be bombing his ult. Never mind, he will be. Gets rest.
Really nice ult here from Reindeer as well on the point. Gonna force off Nova, it seems.
Yes. Able to use it directly on the tanks, which helps a lot given the armor buff that ult has. Is she barely able to block that bomb? A really nicely timed shatter by Tiger. Just, well, I guess it's not nicely timed if I'm about to say unfortunately timed. Just a split second too late, but the concept is really good, and the execution is almost there. I do believe we were saying that they needed to stop this before third.
Yeah, and right now this looks like a really easy Nova victory. They just need to pop a few more ults, keep pushing it, get it to that last little box of victory.
Yeah. If Sky finds even 2 picks here with this barrage, it's over. Never mind. I do believe this. This might be GG's.
Oh, Boomers are just trickling in one by one.
The DPS have found some picks. If they can touch cart.
And Nova are gonna take King's Row.
Nova do take King's Row indeed. Thank you, Sai, for big bomb.
Oh, he gets played the game here as well. Oh yes, this absolute game changer bomb.
Yeah. Just so that they could lose
I said,
point
they
A
would
after
recaptured.
this fight. 5 self-destructs. He found 12.
12.
Oh my god!
Self-destruct kills. I told you it was like 10.
You weren't lying. Oh my goodness. Well, that does even up our series. We got a match on our hands, guys. That game, like, Boomers, I don't think either team showed the dominance over each other that they had in the rounds of Nepal. Because it felt like Nepal was pretty cut and dry once one of the teams like looked better than the other. It was convincingly better.
Oh,
this
yeah,
time,
for sure.
Nova definitely looked a little bit ahead of Boomers, but they never looked unbeatable. It looked like at any time, like, if Nova slipped even a little bit, Boomers would start pushing them back again. It just never quite came
Honestly,
to happen.
like I said, like Reindeer and Insane were doing a good job keeping Sky in check. But
Right.
in the moment Sky like got his head back in the game and started like being able to put those shots in, like Nova, or like also keeping Sidomia in check as well. As we know, Sidomia was like wiping the floor of like everyone there. He was just absolutely dominant on that map.
I guess I'm just gonna go in the Nova team chat and be like, hey Sai, if you can keep charging bomb for every fight, I'd appreciate that.
Like, I don't want to say like Keen's Row was a wipe, because I don't think so. I think Boomers just got flustered after first point was captured so quickly.
Does appear to be the case. Because it didn't really feel like they had a decent defense, and they were trading out with Nova quite well on point A. But as soon as Nova finally broke through it, kind of just felt like they stagger touched Cart until they lost.
Yeah, it kind of just felt like they lost themselves a little there. They got kind of like nervous, or like I said, they got in their own heads, and they didn't really know what to do there against the aggression that Nova was like throwing at them. It is possible they take this back though.
Yes.
It is possible that they shake it off and they jump right back in there, and we're gonna see maybe a Boomers win on 2CP.
It's quite possible. I mean, you're going to Temple of Anubis with a person who is literally named Ratty and has a Junkrat icon.
Oh, and his Junkrat is quite insane.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. So also, if they keep in Brandon, you're gonna have like Junkrat versus Junkrat here.
That is true. Maybe, at least, I think. I hope. Please play Junkrat Nova.
So there's also a chance we're gonna see maybe a Telly strat come in as well for attack Anubis. Just teleport to point, you know, evade that choke right from the beginning.
That'd be cool. That was what I enjoyed doing at the very least when I was crafting strategies last season and the season before for Anubis, was just trying to get really silly with the teleporter, since there's so much like verticality and horizontal plays to be made with it on that map.
Especially on 2CP in general.
Yeah.
Like I feel like, because like the chokes on 2CP can be hell to deal with, so just deciding you're going to avoid choke altogether sometimes can just like really help out your team. Oh, I'm spilling water on myself. I was trying to get more water because it's getting colder here all of a sudden, so now like my throat's a little dry.
Yeah, that can happen. I was going to say, we were talking about the matchup between Daddy Needs You and Ratty, but Daddy Needs You has been benched. Bulky Bob is coming back in.
Another junk player then.
Yeah.
Or maybe we're gonna see some Ash from him.
It's possible you see both. Wait, actually, I do believe, isn't the optimal like DPS lineup currently on Anubis Junkrat and Ash in tier 3?
I believe so.
They're really gonna make this man hold 2 controllers, huh?
Doesn't Sky play a little bit of junk too?
Yeah, I guess.
Do we have any swaps from Boomers yet, or are they just gonna run this?
I have not seen swaps from them, but I'm also blind as a bat. Those are not swaps for them. Those are King's Row swaps. Also, the I guess for Sky is a genuine, like, not me throwing shade at Nova because they're my team. It's more of a I think I mostly see him play like Widow Soldier and Pharah. So I'm not 100% sure on Sky's Junkrat. You were his teammate last season, so you probably know his hero pool a little bit better than me.
I think he did play a little Junkrat in a few points. He also likes to play Widow on these maps, and his Widow can be quite terrifying as well. And I know like he loves to play Widow and to just like get headshots and kind of just like style on them a little.
Right.
Like it makes me think back to like the Noobs versus Team Rocket game, or they were when they were Valhalla. It makes me think back to that, to where like it was like PowerPoint versus Sky with the Widow duel. So I wouldn't be shocked if he decided to like pull out a Widow here and see if he can get a pick. And Ratty likes Widow as well, so I wouldn't be shocked too if Ratty will pull out a Widow, possibly.
That would be a duel that would be fun to watch, honestly.
It would be, because Ratty is like, he's not like a super talked about Widow in the league, but he's not a bad Widow. He's far from a bad Widow.
I've always kept him in my notes as like a nasty Widow when he's on.
Like when he like is getting the shots and he's just like in the zone, his Widow can be nasty.
We do have the swaps from Boomers now. K2 will be re-entering the fray and relieving Blue Tiger. Reindeer and Ratty will remain their DPS line, which honestly sounds about right. Reindeer does a pretty good job of keeping Sky in check a little bit when he's on the Pharah, and Ratty, Junkrat, Temple of Anubis literally just only make sense. And Trill and Jokingly, so a wholesale swap of the... Or no, sorry, not a wholesale swap, just a Jokingly... No swap. No swap? I just did things with my fingers without even thinking, and I have no clue if I just put Jokingly in for Juju or not.
I think you did just put Jokingly in for Juju.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Trill Jokingly.
Okay.
And we have readies from both, I think.
I do not see
still
Nova's ready.
No, we're good.
Nobody is spectate all.
Yeah, Cloud had tagged me about it.
Ah.
Wasn't looking at match chat though, so I didn't see it until now.
If you have time to crack jokes in match chat, you have time to give me ready.
That's not a mood, I don't know what is. Like, I love it when everyone's having fun, they're talking, but then, like, when I'm commentating, I'm just sitting here like, can we get readies, please?
Well, please? It's even more insulting that it's coming from my team, who I have told about my awful day-to-day and how tired I am, and they're really doing this to me, huh?
Me and you both, we're both just like zombies today. I just woke up like super tired.
Yeah, I could have gone to bed like 2 hours ago, and honestly I might have slept until... I probably could have overslept work tomorrow if I didn't set an alarm. I'm that tired. And yet Sidomi over here, who is EU, GMT, 5 hours ahead of me, is just poking. Like...
Ready for battle.
It's 2:30 in the morning for you, Sai. So it does appear that we are going to be running a brawl comp of some sort on the side of Nova. I talked to him about what he should do for this, but I genuinely don't know if he's actually going to do it. And on the side of Boomers, we're going to see a Brawly double shield with the Junk Ash that I had been previously talking about, as well as Bat Mercy, which is what we would have liked to have seen them run for the support line on King's Row. We'll see if this has any sort of fruits for them on Anubis now.
I am quite curious what Sky is going to be doing on this sim as well. If they're going to be teleporting like
Helen
left
gets crap.
Ranger though, getting the early pick.
They're still going to go for this TP on the point. Never mind. Cloud is going to TP on the point.
Got it through. Oh, you're Nova right now. That's sad to see. Boomer's though doing a great job collapsing on them and not letting them get any value here. Insane on the Sigma, just gonna sit up on that bridge and keep them in check.
I was just about to say, Nova have no business holding the ground that they're currently holding. And if, like, Boomers doesn't kill somebody soon, it's going to be an actual tragedy. But they do find Sky, which finally forces Nova all the way back out. Now the question is, will they stick with this, or no? Sky's immediately going to go back to his Farah.
Yeah, I was
and
gonna say.
Helen back to Mercy. But they're going to keep Cloud on Baptiste. They're not going to worry about the speed anymore. Reindeer is already very weak, has to drop off of the top of point. And these damage boosted directs from Sky are just eating into Reindeer right now. They're trying to get a full rotate up top. It's taking a very long time for the tanks of Nova to decide what they actually want to do here. Long enough that Helen has finally fallen to Reindeer.
Yeah, these Boomers are doing a good job.
Tire, able to find Bulky.
Oh.
The DPS are both gone.
Reindeer gonna be winning off that fight as well. Not bad.
Nope.
Reindeer is just like owning this high ground right now.
He is. And as long as Nova keep moving at the pace of snails when it comes to their rotations, the Reindeer's going to keep farming this Pharmercy before they actually do anything.
Honestly, I'm gonna say something. They need to like not be on Pharmacy and just be on a Lucio. They need a Lucio.
Don't disagree with this statement. I've always said that Brawl needs a Lucio. But I mean, you can have Bulky Bob just swap to Widow and hit
Bulky
heads.
Bob, just get the double.
Be real, I didn't realize Widow was a selection of this man's repertoire, but here we are.
I didn't either.
They do manage to get a Gravitic Flux onto the tanks of Nova. Now Boomers are starting to sing up a bit. Though Sky is going to invest a barrage, able to find another tank here. Poor Helen.
I am honestly shocked though that Boomers were able to keep holding that. Bulky had gotten 3 picks. One was res, but oh my goodness, gets ratty again.
Yeah, I think what they want to do is the same thing they did on King's Row. Re-enter this fight before all of Boomers are back. They're up 2 right now.
Yeah, there's something they're trying to get in there as fast as they can. They did
get the res on the Ratty. Well. I think somebody goofed their window. Bob does get tossed in here. K2 finding Ishi here. Now Sai's gonna fall alongside him. Sky has swapped off the soldier or the Farah in favor of a soldier. However, we still have the Mercy.
Oh
okay, Bulky.
Bulky. I think it's only Stigma on point right now. The rest of Nova has
K2 is chasing after. I do expect the Shatter to come out from K2 here. Or Bulky can just be Bulky, I guess. That works.
I did not know Bulky could play Widow.
I didn't either. And I was his teammate for like 2.5 seasons.
I'm gonna have him as like somebody in my DMs, just like, actually, Bulky has always played Widow, and he's really good. He's a Widow god. I was like, I'm so sorry that I did not know that he was a Widow god.
If anybody in chat says that, I'm calling BS on it because I maybe on Corgi saw him pull out the Widow like a handful of times. Normally, he always played Ashe. Or
yeah,
Junkrat,
I was just like, I know him more for Ashe and Junkrat and Bastion and like a little bit of Finn.
Rip tire from Ratty, gonna get the D-Mech on the side. I think he could have gone for a little bit more. Oh, I guess you don't need to go for more.
Insane window coming out here from Jokingly.
I think Bulky's just gonna keep getting picks at the end of fights. Like, he doesn't care about the actual team fight. He's just like, he's gonna get the highlight reel plays at the end of it.
At this point, he's just trying to get his, what's it called? His headshot, like, his scope accuracy. He's trying to get his scope accuracy up. Just looks like Ratty's going the Widow.
Oh, yeah.
Ratty's gonna go the Widow to contest Bulky.
Bulky's annoyed him enough.
Down first, though.
Shatter from Ishi. Actually, it just outright kills Ratty. Nice immortality field from Cloud here. This is going to give Nova a fighting chance in holding, or sorry, taking B right off the bat here.
With time as well. Like, they need time here. That's how
they do.
Little time bank is.
Here comes the stalls.
Oh yeah, 2 CP syndrome.
A nice counter pin from Ishii, gonna get K2 knocked back out of this fight immediately. Trill gets hit with the Fire Strike, falls dangerously low. Cloud able to get the finishing blow. These wall hacks from Bulky are immensely helpful for Nova. Sai throws this, the zoning bomb, that's the word. On point,
Yeah.
not gonna find any kills.
Ooh. Bob does get thrown, but doesn't really land on points. There's no like
But he is still
stall
shooting
ability of that.
at point.
That is
so
true, that is true.
Nova have actually been severely wounded in this fight. If this goes much longer, they will lose this.
Oh yes, yeah, honestly, for sure. They're taking a beating here.
Ishii
Ooh,
needs to
no
swing.
mercy here.
Stop being full HP and scared, Ishii.
They've been letting Ball here, Insane on the ball, just live on the
Nova
points
also
as well. There hasn't been much. Ooh.
Doesn't have anything to counter ball as well, like let alone Insane's ball.
And
Insane
Boomers are gonna hold that.
is known for having quite the wrecking ball amongst tier 3.
He does have a very good wrecking
So
ball.
for him, this stall pick is more like a back to the main pick. And he is gonna go after Helen here, who's gonna fall because she got hit with a Fire Strike as soon as she got lifted. And as high as Nova looked, oh, here's one of the Sidomia patented bombs. Not gonna find anything for the first time. Can Nova actually touch? Sidomia barely able to touch, but I do believe it's all going to be in vain.
I'm not sure if anyone else for Nova can touch at this point.
No, they can't even get around the mines that are blocking the entrance. Nova was on a pretty big high there for a moment, and now they've found themselves in a spot where they could slip pretty easily. It's not at all uncommon for Anubis to go into overtime rounds, so when you don't at least complete the map, it really puts you in a sketchy spot. It asks you to perform better than you normally are.
Especially for 2 CP.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you really want to get time on both points for 2 CP, especially for Anubis, which can go like so many rounds. It can go like 6 rounds, you know? Or like, you know, 3 rounds, 6, you know, 6-6, you know?
Right.
Like, you want time, you want to capture, and this just means that there's like no room for error on Nova's side.
Right. Essentially what what every team hopes for is a full hold, but like, Nova's ability to win this game without it becomes significantly lower because of the insane time bank you get on 2CP for capping a objective. Like, I believe on Hybrid you get like, what, a minute and a half? Or like 2 minutes after you capture an objective, and meanwhile 2CP's out here giving a whole entire like 3 or 4 minutes.
That is true, yeah. Like, it's... yeah. But also, like, I'm just gonna comment where, like, I swear every single game that I've commentated, like, so far in this week has gone to a map 5, so I'm gonna maybe expect another one?
So what exactly are Boomers playing?
I don't know. Telebastion?
Put Bastion up top?
Is this the Telebastion that I was referring to?
Sai's seen it, not able to get away from it, and Bulky's gonna die to it. I feel like they were really slow to respond to that Bastion because they had plenty of time to call it and get away from it. They are gonna get the rat though. Ratty is in a lot of trouble here. Without a support, this is This is really bad for Nova if they don't get a hold on this Bastion soon. Even Cloud's hopping up there trying to just do what little damage he can to him. I have seen Bulky though do some disgusting Bastion debunkerization on Junkrat by himself. And it looks like that's the plan.
Ooh.
Nova are doing a really good job of their positioning here, just not letting this Bastion get much, if at any, like, positional advantage over them at all. But this is slowly starting to go the way of Boomers, or not. I feel like I'm just caster cursing every time I open my jaw a little bit.
So far, it doesn't seem like Nova's holding very well on this first point.
Yes.
Some of the Bastion wasn't working. It was more. It did. It got them like past the choke.
Yeah.
It's more just that like Nova was able to respond to it quickly. Before they could capture first point.
Loki's positioning himself up top left, so as I assume to prevent them from going up there again. Ratty has moved over to Tracer now. Sky is actually dangerously weak right now. I do believe he and Helen have gotten separated. Here comes a Riptire from Bulky, I assume just after the Reinhardt below him at this point. This seems a bit of, oh no, he's gonna go after the Bastion with it. The tire gets deleted, but he does force out Immortality Field, which is perfect now!
A lot of ults here from Nova, though.
Yeah, they didn't really need the barrage.
And, like, Boomers now have 5 ults online, or 4 ults online, almost 5.
Well, K2 hits one fire strike and it's 5. Essentially, they're just going to be asking for Cloud to put up the window of his life here. Which jokingly does in return, actually.
It's not a bad thing to do.
No, it forces them off of high ground.
Yeah, and it forces them to not really advance.
So Cloud's window does come out. Ratty has moved the Pharah themselves. I did not even notice the swap come through.
I didn't either. He's decided that he's just done with their fair.
The only counter Nova has for this is Sidomia on Diva. Now Bulky has swapped to Soldier though. And with the legs, he will be able to get back to point faster. Nova have a decent chance of holding this still. And Sidomia is doing a very good job of making sure the Pharah isn't just free range. These mines are painful. Sidomia doesn't have jump, or the boosters. Gonna use his bomb just to get K2 away from him. And gets the remake! Nova's reinforcements are coming through now!
The, Ratty, he backed up for a health pack, and in those, like, few seconds, a bunch of boomers died.
Wow.
Wow.
Sidomia did such a fantastic job just keeping himself alive. Like, honestly, I don't know if I would have made the play to invest bomb there personally myself, because I would have been worried of not having it for point B. Because Temple of Anubis is a very, like, you either play for A or play for B type of map, and when you invest in ultimate like that, you open yourself up to getting snowballed. So Sidomia put a lot on the line to win point A there, and it paid off.
Absolutely. And not only that though too, but they were all doing a great job just rallying around each other. Cloud was doing really well with his immorts and damage and, you know, going between them all. And the fact that it's obvious that I think that Sky's Pharah is kind of maybe rubbing people the wrong way a little bit on the Boomer side, since Ratty kind of like went his own counter Pharah to try and, like, you know, see if he can get similar damage in. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I kind of got from it. And Boomers had some, like, great plays there. I do think they stuck on the Bastion, like, a little too long. They should have, like, swapped off it instantly, in my opinion. But they had, like, the right idea.
I thought I was speaking and did not realize that my controller decided I should stop doing that, so
yeah,
my bad.
As chat's been saying, you've been eating the mic every time the map ends.
Nice! Love to see it.
Oh, someone tagged me?
So we do have swaps from Nova here.
Oh. Who are we gonna see?
looks like Daddy's going to be coming back in. Ishi's going to be sitting back on the bench here. Sai is going to get to stay in. After the bombs I've seen tonight, though, I do believe he has earned his 4th map.
Sai's tank, though, has been just doing so well this entire season so far, so I'm not shocked at all if he's just a starter.
Bear and Sky are going to be together here on the DPS line.
Maybe more of Bear's famous May, possibly a little bit of
I would love
May.
to see that. This is gonna be an interesting one. Helen's coming out and J-Rod's going in.
Oh, a little bit of support J-Rod coming in.
Yeah.
I think J-Rod. Oh, is it J-Rod that plays Zen?
It is J-Rod that plays Zen.
I really think it's. Oh, please play Zen! Please play Zen! I beg you.
think we're gonna see Zen here. I don't know why else we would put J-Rod in on support.
Please give me the
certainly,
Zen.
I will throw a fit in Nova if they let him play Brigitte like Reinhardt.
Oh my goodness, please no. I will eternally die.
Right?
It's like, though, I wouldn't blame if he wants to, though, because of the awesome new Brig skin for Halloween. If he's just like, yeah, let me play support, so I can play Brig with the new skin, please, pretty please, cherry on top. Like, I got it right away, it's so good. But also...
Oh, I remember it now. I was like, wait, I don't know if I've seen it yet.
Yeah, Vampire Hunter.
Yep.
Please, though, play Zen, J-Rod, I beg you. I want to see some more Zen in T3. Like, I love playing Zen, and, like, Zen... When a Zen, like, pops off, it's so much fun. I love it.
Right? This would be the one map where if they're gonna play Zen, I wouldn't mind it that much. Because Magdragon, like, always wanted to play Zen, but the only place, like, we really would sort of, like, be like, yeah, you should totally do that is this one.
Yeah, like, it sucks, though, because, like, Zen, we used, like, I remember when Season 4 of, like, our, you know, Overwatch League, like, Brig Zen Dive was a thing for a little bit, but then Brig got nerfed again, so then you couldn't play Brig Zen Dive anymore, and that made me, like, so sad, because, like, that was, like, one of my favorite comps to run, because I love playing, like, either Brig or Zen, and also it gave Zen, like, some more moments to shine, and now he's just kind of, like, maybe you can run him in double shield, but seeing as like Tracer is still like super good, like there's also like other like dive and like flanky kind of characters that are good. Like Zen really can't get played a lot, and it sucks.
Right.
We're gonna see Kenny coming in. Which is Flippy, I believe. Could be wrong.
I think it is indeed. Yes, it is.
Hey. Interesting.
So the swaps they've decided to make, they're going to leave their DPS line alone. They're going to leave K2 in, but Citizen is coming in on the tank line and leaving Insane of the work they put in on map 3, as well as their support line has fully swapped out in favor of Juju and Flippy.
I wonder if we're going to be seeing Flippy on the Lucio, possibly. I know he can play a little bit of Lucio. And then Juju going to be on the BAP, so maybe more really traditional Brawl coming in here, possibly? I could be wrong. Like, watch you say that, and then they run out with, like, Dive.
Yeah,
well, it seems like
it's possible.
Maybe a Dive. Oh, I just realized Brandon's on tank for Nova. Interesting. We're gonna see that Brandon Reinhardt
absolutely
that captured a lot of people's hearts when he was on Zanshin.
It was definitely a bright spot in their team, in my opinion. Like, I remember watching his Reinhardt and thinking, that Reinhardt, it's much like watching your diva. It's very noticeably something that is either improving very quickly or has the potential to be very, very good very, very quick. Well,
I will take that as a compliment. Yeah, I think like his Ryan is really good. I just feel like he lacks the confidence sometimes.
Given that he started a counter in our last VOD review with each other of how many times he died immediately after shattering, I think I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
I think like if he has a team that can like really rally behind his Ryan playstyle, because honestly I feel like a lot of like Ryan play it just really revolves around like if the team can play around them.
Yep.
If he can have a team that plays around, I think he can do really well here on if he does play Reinhardt.
That is why I think J-Rod is allowed to be suicidal on Reinhardt and get away with it.
That's
is
a word
because
choice.
Nova has played with J-Rod for so long that despite the fact that they still don't know exactly what J-Rod is going to do, they've been put in so many situations where they have to save him that they just always stick with J-Rod now.
Honestly, like just being aggressive with him is better than just letting him run in by himself.
Exactly. As I said a lot on Stardust was feeding by yourself is feeding, but if you like feed as an entire team, it's a strat.
Exactly. Or it's kind of like, it's like, oh, if your DPS is like wanting to jump in and get a flank, like, yeah, that's stupid, but if your diva is going with you to help you get a flank, then it's strategy.
Exactly. Just DM the Junkrat as he lands in the middle of a team, and boom, easy. 4K tire every time. Your diva's probably gonna die because of it, but most of their team will.
But like, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Not only that, like in T3, you can get away with that a little bit more.
You can get away with it without the diva.
Yeah.
We've
like,
already seen Bulky do it once tonight.
Yeah, in T3, like, you don't really need, like, too much help, I think. Like, especially, like, feeding, you can kind of get away with feeding a little bit in T3 as well. Yep. I said that from experience, because I can be kind of a feedy, tank player sometimes.
I mean, I absolutely got away with murder as Reinhardt in Tier 3, like, a lot. There's some shatters I've gotten or charges I've done that absolutely should have landed me in a coffin that did not. But we will see a Pharah Mercy duel. We have reached that point of the night where Pharah has been so prevalent that the other team has decided to do it too.
Yeah, it seems that Kenny is going to be on the Mercy here. Going to be popping Ratty on the Pharah.
I'm not sure with this Pharah, Nova's going to be able to hold where they're currently at. They may need to use the gas station a little bit more.
Yeah, I think Nova needs to like back up just a little more. They were backing up before, but trying to hold at this corner, especially with Ana antis as we're seeing on Sidomia right now, they need to just be a little bit more careful here. Oh, but K2 goes in a little too far. Gonna get knocked out.
I had described this positioning to Sai before the game as like, if you're gonna play a brawl comp here on Route 66, don't play it on the gas station or too far back. You kind of want to play it on this corner because it ends up turning into a game of which team's brawl overextends first. Who loses their Reinhardt first?
Exactly.
So if you can like kind of mitigate the damage coming more than the other team can, eventually you will win this fight. This is probably the only pokey brawl point in the game. A massive DM from Sidomia there to keep Cloud alive.
Beautiful peel.
It's nap time for Cloud.
You did get the res off though, so that's good.
This guy's gonna get a kill with this barrage. If nothing else, this team has a really good retake chance. J-Rod is, for once, the only level-headed member of this team, opting to die on point. I'm so proud of them.
So it does seem like Nova are going to need to have a cool, like, regroup here. As Boomers are really looking for those staggers right now. They cannot trickle in.
No. Unfortunately, with J-Rod stalling the cart, as much as he did, they have to wait that much longer for J-Rod to catch back up.
Oh, geez. Yeah, that's true.
Bear does find the pick on the Ratty. And on the K2!
Bomb gonna come in.
The Immortality Field's up. Citizen looking for the remet kills, not gonna find it because Immortality Field is a very balanced ability in the game, and I'm glad it's here.
God, Immort can be so broken.
Bear finds another pick on Durati. No VAR is allowed on this man's watch. Bob, however, Cloud decided it's Glock time.
Nova gonna be taking his defense back here. Huge anti though.
Does appear to be that way. Sidomia gonna toss the bomb in. This really is a use your ults on Ratty kind of point for Nova, apparently. We've seen the Deadeye, the bomb. How long before Cloud Lemon pops Valk and flies up at him?
So with how many ults Nova, was that like 2 ults for recapture from Nova? Though Bear already has like...
Yeah, I do believe it was only 2 ults. Sky has decided Far is no longer to his taste. It's Echo time.
Oh, does he have a new skin?
He does have the new skin on.
Yes! Oh, I bought it right away.
It's a really good skin.
Hey, I'm Zoom's daddy. Zoom's daddy needs the bat skin. I couldn't help myself there.
Ratty popping? Oh, side punching. Sai's up after the Mercy now. He's gonna find the pick on the Flippy. Nice nano boost onto K2. Gonna keep him alive here.
Juju was able to snipe out a Sky there as well. A little bit of a DPS Ana. Oh my goodness!
Oh my goodness, Daddy able to actually... Oh no! The Reinhardt sandwich! The amount of guilt that Daddy probably feels right now.
I don't think you should have predicted that one though, sadly.
That was a perfect play. I was about ready to be like, oh my goodness, he 180 blocked the bomb and then 180'd again and got the counter pin, and then I looked in the feed and saw Bear got squished and I'm like, oh no. Very good level-headedness though from Boomers there. Things were looking pretty bleak for them for a moment. They were able to finally rally back and utilize their heroes' kits, res and such, to actually pull that off.
Yeah, they nanoed K2 and then they just rallied behind them and kept him up and allowed him to get value.
I'm starting to think that Ratty's just gonna mirror Sky for the rest of the night.
I don't know if you just saw what I just saw, but Juju just dueled Sky and got a bit of dupe.
Nice. I definitely caught it on cam, but I was looking at the roster, so I did not see it with my eyes, but Stream saw it.
I was watching like, oh, he's not gonna do it, is he? Oh, he is. It's Juju on support. Love him to pieces. His aggression on support is absolutely crazy.
I think that's like a side of support's kits that don't get used very often in Tier 3, honestly.
No, especially especially in Tier 3. Like, I think a lot of people forget, like, it's totally okay to Glock its Mercy, or to, like, snipe its Ana, like, or, like, just use your, or just use Window as Bap to just kill a few people. Like, that's totally fine. Like, you're allowed to do that.
We're even just using stuff aggressively, like beat.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people use it just defensively and forget that they can use it to enable a push.
Yeah, an aggressive beat is really good.
Cloud getting knocked out of this fight here is going to be rough for them.
Once again, here we have Sky and Ratty mirroring each other here. Going to be having like the battle of the DPS.
Sky
so
able to
15
find
seconds on the clock.
But Reindeer is going to pick them off.
Scary time.
This is something like Nova's been kind of having a rough time with all night, but is possibly going to get Boomer's point B as well, and that is like they're staggering themselves, but they're not even doing it on point. They're just kind of letting the cart push while they lose fights. Oh, that's a nice pin right there. And a shatter to follow it up. There's 2 squishies to the left of Daddy, but I don't think he knows they're there. Unfortunately, he gets antied by one of them. And now Citizen trying to get the finishing blow. Not quite gonna find it. Gonna find a D-Mech though. And Daddy needs you had said goodbye. I don't want to be in this fight anymore. Sky gonna take the Diva Bomb. That, if he manages to get a bomb with this, is gonna be massive for Nova. There it is. The bomb is online. It gets tossed up into the sky. The picks are starting to favor Nova here in the overtime wick. just burns out so fast that the second Citizen got demeched off point, it just went away before he even got demeched.
Honestly, a big contributor to that was just that Nova stalled so long at the beginning of seconds. They just kept on like knocking people out and then letting staggers come in and then knocking out more people one by one. Or getting full team wipes, of course.
And
they just kept doing that until they got the timer down so low that it would have been impossible to capture second.
Right. And not unlike King's Row, they have managed to stop the cart in a very normally gets captured area of this map. Like, A is pretty holdable, C is pretty holdable, but normally it's less likely than King's Row, but like, B is one of those, once you get it, you kind of get the C's.
Oh yeah, trying to hold a B on this point can be really difficult. It's not easy at all. So Boomers are going to have to really want to hold point A here.
Which is doable. That is not too tall of an order for them. A is really hard for attackers to fully break open and finish off. And a lot of it is in part to that sort of war of attrition that you just have to play as both the attackers and the defenders, no matter what comp you play.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Look at you. Stop the pain.
Really interesting defense comp here from Boomers. Corb, Ash, Baptiste, Mercy. Oh, but this is already gonna get demexed.
I'm gonna be honest, this looks like a brawl comp that's really scared of Pharah.
Oh, that is absolutely true. I think they really were expecting the Pharah.
It has given up the core of a brawl comp in favor of hitscan. I guess the real insult to injury is that they're not even the ones who kill Sky. He kills himself here.
I'm right now just letting my camera follow around J-Rod on the Zen. That's what I want to watch right now.
You do have the J-Rod Zen.
Zen with the Brawl is interesting. I wouldn't do it personally, but if you're getting enough damage in and your discords are really good, then as you see, like, J-Rod just like picked off Keizu. Like if he's gonna keep up at that energy with the damage and just like powering through, then it's gonna work here.
It is. Your target focus has to be on point, because if J-Rod calls a discord, like, Brawl will destroy whatever's discorded. It just has to know that it's discorded and should be targeted.
Exactly, yeah. It's also about landing those volleys as well, which he seems to be doing.
Yeah.
From what I can tell. Though his positioning, it's been kind of aggressive.
So Nova do find themselves with 5 minutes. That is 5 minutes to decide the series here. If Boomers can hold, we get a lovely map 5, which I'm sure, like, I don't know about you Zooms, but I would be excited to stay up another, like, 20 minutes to cast.
Oh my goodness, I casted 3 games that's on to map 5. That would be insane if it happened the 4th time.
Well, I do believe Bear and Sky don't want it to happen from... Oh! Uh-oh.
They're just gonna, like, melt them down of ults here, looks like.
They only used one ult, too.
Coming in, yeah.
And or did they use
Deadeye? No, they used Deadeye at the beginning.
Okay, so that is. And
with trans in here from J-Rod, they're gonna be able to stop any ult that comes in from Boomers.
Juju's ult could, in theory, burn through Transcendence.
Oh, true.
And a pick on the Juju, on the Bear here from Ratty. Early on, this would be really helpful, but a nice shatter coming out from Daddy here. And a Discord Orb. Well, Zarya gets it cleansed off of her. They need to be careful, though. Ratty's in their backline. It does appear, though, that Cloud is aware. Cloud has a weapon of his own and takes Ratty down himself. The res comes through on the K2, though, while they're all turned around. Equally as much of a threat as a flanking McCree. Boomers are going to come in here and take back point B. Very well done from Boomers there. They had quite a bit to fight into.
They got that early pick, and then they're just able to force out ults from Nova. Both sides don't really have, like, a good-looking ult bank right now, so both are going to need to have some dry fights. I just really hope they're going to be able to get the picks necessary.
Why do I feel like Bear's just going to pop ult and hope he can get a 3K, and we're just never going to see the Steam dry fight?
Oh. I think Reindeer's pick here, though, might just be what's going to save Boomers
Yeah.
another few seconds on respawn.
Nice eat from Sidomia. Oh, wait, no, he did not catch the dynamite. My bad. The Zarya is an interesting selection for this specific objective. I feel like there's so much verticality to this objective that you would want the
K2 is down though, if that's not going to be super good right now if you're
Bear
Boomers.
went for the flank Deadeye, not able to find it, but does find Reindeer afterwards with a flash fan. But Juju's gonna finish him off right after, and Flippy's gonna get the res on the Reindeer. Now we see the attack visor coming in from Sky, and dropping some tack crouches on the Juju while he's at it. Reindeer with the head glitch. That is definitely teabag. Things kind of starting to look bleak for Boomers. Sidomia gonna toss him the bomb. Can Ratty actually walk back? No, not if Skyrippler shoots him in the back.
Oh, good touch here coming in from Kenny. Didn't allow Boomers to keep on touching. We got window and but this looks like it's gonna be a Nova victory.
3-1. Nova wins.
Honestly, Nova was just doing a great job, just like going pick after pick. I think I mentioned this before on another map where that they go from pick after pick after pick, and they do a great job just staggering out those picks and staggering out their ult. So it allows them to keep on like just snowballing.
Right.
They definitely make it very hard to just like retake, because normally they'll just take a fight with like 1 or 2 ults and they still have like 2 or 3 more still in the bank waiting to be used. So honestly, Boomers did a great job there as well. They played a really good match there.
I thought so too. Like, that didn't look completely lost from Boomers. Nova definitely struggled on each map. They had their moments, like not to be forgotten, they did not complete Anubis.
That is true. That is true.
That situation got sketchy for them, and they I mean, Nepal, they did not win that map, and that did not look close for them after the first map either. The first round.
Oh yeah,
of Nepal.
Boomers were very strong on Nepal. This entire game was like anyone's match.
Right.
And though the score does not reflect that 100%, it absolutely is anyone's match, essentially, you know?
Yeah.
Like, both teams were extremely close.
I could see this being a playoffs, if not even, like, finals type of, matchup here.
Oh yeah, I can see that, too.
Once we have the, recommendations, if we don't already, I will let you lead off with MVPs because I already see people adding me, calling me biased. So
yeah, probably not best for like, you know, due to your relation.
Yeah. So Ratty is going to nominate Psy and Cloud. Which, I mean, Psy's bombs and, like, some of his DMs I saw throughout the night were kind of nuts.
Which is true. Like, Psy is, like, a very obvious contender here for tank MVP tonight.
Right.
Did Nova give noms or no?
I didn't see them. No, they did not. I'm going to set my controller down, so it might bug out for a second. My apologies.
You're good.
Is it still doing it? I see my name popping up.
No, you're good, you're good.
Okay.
My controller is like really close to dying, so let's hope that we can get things rolling before that happens.
Please, Sai.
And their noms are Ratty and Juju.
That, yeah, I can get behind those nominations as well. Juju
Now,
was really good on the Baptiste.
He was really good. I'm a little lost on MVPs because I feel like everyone did really good. I feel like Sidomia because he was very flashy. I'm not gonna lie, you know. Really good bombs, really good peel. So like for me, like he makes an obvious tank MVP in my opinion.
If it were up to me, I'd make Sidomia the tank MVP for tonight because the diva was on point. I mean, obviously you had the flashy bomb plays, but like I said, there were times where like on Route 66 where I believe it was Ratty threw a barrage at Cloud, and Sidomia like legitimately found Cloud and DM'd him all the way up into a cave away from the Pharah. And did not let him get hit by like any of the barrage. So and there were a couple of other small little micro plays like that he made. Just some like tech stuff on Anubis to keep Bastion from completely destroying his team. And I mean, arguably Sai's stall on Anubis A is why they didn't lose point A.
Not only that too, like so peel, like his peel, like Diva's best like ability is the fact that she's able to peel for her teammates and like keep them alive and save them from like because DM is very good, you know. So she's able to just eat damage and keep teammates up. And Sai was doing that. Like he wasn't just going like, I go be flank diva, I go get kills, I'm gonna get flashy bomb. It was also peel for my teammates, peel for my Reinhardt, keep everyone going, you know, keep flankers in check.
When you play diva and properly, she's stressful.
Yeah.
And he looked to be doing it.
He was doing like all the micromanaging that comes with diva.
Absolutely.
And then let's move on then.
Yeah, I think we agree on Sai.
And then I think for DPS, it's either Ratty or Reindeer. Those two were doing really well the entire time. They were making the DPS on Nova sweat.
I think so too, yes. I also was going to say like my two were Ratty and Sky. Because I do think Sky did a lot for Nova, but I feel like we have found some sort of consensus in both of us saying Ratty.
Yeah, Ratty then?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I feel like he just was terrifying the entire time, and he was playing a lot of different heroes that I think would catch Nova off guard sometimes.
And for support?
I'm not sure.
I'm kind of between...
Some people were saying in the Twitch chat Cloud Lemon. And I can't say I disagree.
Cloud, because I think he did a lot with like immorts and heal prioritization on Baptiste, and did a really good job with Mercy in like the last map. I think he was. Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was Mercy.
I was like, well, it wasn't J-Rod, so...
Yeah, J-Rod was on the Zen. He was doing Zen things.
The window build was incredible. I felt like Cloud did really well, but I also feel like Juju did, like, almost as good, like, just as good as Cloud.
Like, for me, it's like, of course Cloud, because, like, Cloud's always really good, and he's always on top of it, you know?
Right.
Like, it's just how he plays. He always plays that way. And then Juju also was really good. But, like, we just didn't see as much of him as Cloud. I don't know if that, like, makes sense, you know?
No, it does.
The support lineup was getting changed out a lot.
It was almost, I think the only consistent player for Boomers was Trill, who was their off support.
Yeah. He played, like, 3 maps, I believe.
Meanwhile, like, I feel like Cloud was in every map for Nova, so it was a little bit easier to keep track of.
Yeah, exactly.
I will say Helen for Nova also had a few good plays on the Lucio with beats and speed boost timings, but it wasn't consistent enough for me to like say Helen over Cloud.
No, same.
So are we looking at Psy, Ratty, Cloud for our MVPs tonight?
That's what I'm thinking.
That is fine by me.
Alrighty.
I think that wraps it up for us, unless Zooms, you have anything else you'd like to talk about?
No, I think I'm good.
Alright, well then it is bedtime for me. Thank
Yeah,
you
same.
everybody for watching tonight. Hopefully the game, I thought it was pretty good, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Pretty good back and forth between Boomers and Nova. In case you missed it, Nova won 3-1. I have been your caster, Gravity. Thank you, Zooms, for joining me tonight.
Thank you for allowing me to commentate with you. I hope everyone has a great Oasis night. This Halloween event.